Hey everyone, KIC here. Doing a little home renovation before the horde shows up. Now, I kind of showed you before, I put up some really basic frames just around the building here. And yes, they do go all of the way to the back. And my thought here is, I don't think I'm going to have to worry about anything coming in. And yes, I should probably get around to fixing those windows at some point, and that's not now. But I might want to go hop out there later on, and since I usually keep frames handy, I can always pop one or two down in the corners just to make sure I don't do something dumb and fall down. So you can see I upgraded a few things here. Again, I could probably do a whole heck of a lot more, and yeah, I'm not going to. Not because I can't or because I don't want to necessarily, but just because I'm kind of curious more than anything else. What's going to happen? Probably not the best approach when you're playing a hardcore game, but that's what I've opted to do. So you can see that I have upgraded a few things around here. I finished upgrading all those spikes in the last episode. And while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and pop at least those two guys, that one too, just because I think there's a chance the zombies will end up over there. I know they don't necessarily go for your door anymore, but just in case, that is kind of where the door is. And if for some reason they still like the old door, I want to do those two as well. Now, I do have someone wandering around over here, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of her right quick. I'm hopeful that by the time the horde shows up, because yes, if you have indeed looked at the clock, you can see I'm a little less than 2 hours away from the horde. I'm hopeful a wandering horde isn't going by at that time, because I'm pretty sure that's why in my other series I didn't get a feral horde. It was pretty disappointing, actually. I just got a bunch of regular zombies. They were wandering by, and yeah, it's kind of boring and lame, really. I was quite disappointed, and if you have seen that episode, then good timing there, huh? Then you know it was not perhaps one of the most, I don't know, we'll say dangerous hordes ever presented. But that's what happened, I think, is a wandering horde came by, and if the wandering horde is active while the feral horde is supposed to spawn, then the feral horde doesn't spawn. So, pretty sure that's a known bug, and it's something that I imagine will be addressed at some point. Now, I'm just kind of taking a look to see who's out here. I'm going to head up momentarily. I don't think I showed you last time, so if I did, forgive me, because I'm showing you again, but this is where I set up my forge, as you can see. There it is. Not really anything in it right now, but I have been using it. And I put it over there more as a gameplay decision and less of a role-playing decision. I'm not sure in the show, comics, etc., they would build things like that, but because of the way the game works and because of my knowledge of how the game works, that's what I decided to do. And I'm okay with that decision. Should have a feral horde on the way right now, so I suppose I'll go run up. I do hear a bee at the very least, so let's put this guy down. I'm not sure how that's going to fare. I tend to think the trapdoor is going to get destroyed, but I don't know. So many of these things I haven't really tried doing, and I'm sure some of you folks have, and you're going, well, that's not going to work, or hey, good job, that will work. I hear a dog. Just so I can mention it right quick, had some comments. Growler mentioned reinforcing these buildings. I had the thought, and here's kind of where I'm starting. I'm not sure if how far this is going to go, but whatever, that's kind of my start. I'm going to go up to the roof just so if I can stop jumping and actually climb, I can see what's going on down there. And yes, I do have some grass up here because I planted dirt and, well, grass grew. Sounded like a dog died down there. It sounds like, or looks like anyway, the horde is kind of coming from the north. which means they're going to be going to the front of the building, which means I'm not going to get to try out my trapdoor if that's the case. My little hatch. That's kind of disappointing, but here they are, slowly wandering in. Just gonna, you know, take some pot shots from up here. That one's gonna miss. They're just kind of milling about over there because of where the bolt landed, I think. They're hearing that sound. Kind of think I should hop down to the second floor there. What I was kind of mentioning I might want to go hang out on. I realize I'm not going to be able to shoot them entirely because there is a bit of an overhang here, but I can at least take shots and completely miss them like that. And that. That's better than nothing, right? I mean, theoretically, I might be able to hit a few of them from here, or at least do some damage. Oh, I gotta go see what they're doing. That doesn't sound good. Let's get Trusty Club out. Oh, they're breaking through some of the reinforcements here. Can't quite tell what, because I didn't put a candle down here like I thought I did. Well, that's a shame. But it sounded like metal coming off, and yet I don't see the metal off of any of these guys, so it must not be that bad. I'm gonna head back upstairs now and just see if I can find anyone to take a shot at. Oh yeah. Look at that. I'm not going to be lacking zombies to shoot at. That is not going to be a problem. This looks like a whole ton of zombies. Oh, you're gonna stand right there for me? Don't mind if I do. Although I gotta say, so far this is going about as well as I can hope. Like I said, I haven't really set things up like this entirely. I've been playing a little bit with a couple of friends. I convinced them to pick up the game, since it was on a pretty good sale. And we did, I won't say something like this, but we've done a couple things where we did line a house with some spikes and that sort of thing, although that one is a traditional wood building, not decayed brick or concrete or anything like that, so it's nowhere near as sturdy. And we've had some issues there, but for the most part it has held up pretty well. So, kind of in the interim of playing this, I guess I've had a little bit of experience with it, but like I said, I haven't really done it with a brick building, so this is kind of new. I kind of wish, maybe I can, I'm not going to be able to span that distance, am I? I was going to say, maybe I could put some frames down and get to this other building here, but I can't quite reach, and, you know, I can try and do this, but I really see myself falling, so I'm not going to do that. But I will say I am pleased thus far with the results. That's, like I said, it's about as good as I could hope for. I see the dog over there. Let's go ahead and shoot at him. No, totally missed him. At least I got that guy. I should probably go check and see what the damage is down there. They're definitely groaning and moaning in pain, so I'm doing something to them at least. I don't even know who to shoot at. I don't even have a gun ready, too. That's the fun part. I usually have some sort of gun ready by day 7, or day 8, whatever it is, technically. And I really don't. I mean, yeah, I do have some firearms. I just don't really have any ammunition for them, but in fairness, I haven't made that a priority. I've been thinking I'll get around to that once I actually start mining, and I haven't started mining yet, so I haven't gotten around to that. Did make a bunch of bolts in preparation for this, so as you can see, I still have a good 100 some odd bolts to go. So I'm not about to run out anytime soon. I mean, I might actually worry about my crossbow breaking before I run out of bolts. That's going to be too low. That's probably right under that guy's chin, huh? Let's see if that one gets him. I'm about at the point where I'm ready to go outside and mop this up. I'm not feeling great about the dog, but at the same time, I know I can run him around a little bit, or I can even just Good old club to the dog face. That does the trick every time. That does really seem to be more reliable for me than trying to shoot them with guns or the crossbow. Especially the crossbow. I seem to be terrible at using that thing when they're coming up close to me. None of these blocks here need to be repaired. That one needed to be repaired. That's it. None of these. I'm just kind of checking to see if anything else... Nope. Not a thing. Okay, I'm going to take one more look just to see where that dog is. Since that's my only real concern at the moment, is where's the dog? Looks like it either ran off, unlikely. Nope, never mind, there it is. I just couldn't see it for the moment. It's kind of wandering around out there. Let's see if that hits it. No. Looks like that missed, but that one might not. Hey, there we go. Tagged the dog. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and run to the back door now. Let's see if anyone's over here. Or if I can pull anyone over. That might be kind of fun. Yep, I got a couple of them coming my way now. I'm waiting for another dog to show up or something. I don't think it's going to happen. You know what I bet the metal was? It just dawned on me. That metallic ping I heard earlier of something being destroyed. Oh, maybe not. I was going to say maybe it was the metal reinforcement on one of these spikes, but it doesn't look like it. I'm not sure what I heard then. There must have been some metal somewhere that they knocked off, because the building's looking pretty good. And the sun hasn't fully come up, so I might be missing some of the cracks on here, but it's looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and just play it a little safe here. Close the door, open the hatch, just to make sure nothing happens. And I guess while I'm at it, might as well grab me some animal fat. Come on, this way. Trying to conserve ammo. I'm really not, but don't tell them that. Okay, you're doing a good job. Get a little closer. Actually, you're going to need to be smashed in the face, but that's alright, I don't mind. I'll make that sacrifice for you. Here, let me just kind of help move you along, because you have a lot of life. Now I know, I could probably just leave these guys, and it's not a huge deal. I tend to kill more zombies than I need to, just because I enjoy that. But, you know, hey, why not? Let's see, well, let me get rid of this guy. Let's be smart about it. After the last episode in which I made a lot of stupid mistakes, trying to be a little better this time around. Just a little bit. It is nice going back to the one swing, one kill thing, just because the spikes have been damaging them. I mean, even with the sledgehammer right now, I can't quite get that, so it gives me a little bit of that feeling, which, again, it's kind of nice. Pretty sure I have a wandering horde at this point. I don't think I had this many out and about, so just going to kind of drag them over here for the moment. Excuse me, sir. Didn't see you were there, so I wouldn't mind that lead, but I'm really going to go start mining soon, so I don't really need it. Probably don't need all this junk either, but you know, it doesn't hurt to pick some of it up. Those are my thoughts anyway. And yeah, I'm really just dragging them around like a jerk. That one wasn't very hurt from the spikes, and that one didn't matter. Ah, boy. Let's see, what can I do? Let's totally cheese the system. Look at that. Cheese engaged. Sorry, I kind of want the brass. That's, until that's something you can mine, I really would like to go ahead and collect that, so that's why I'm doing that. I don't really need all the animal fat, but, you know, why not? Whatever. I'll get some use out of it, one way or another, so it's not like it won't go to some use. That's not an issue. Still quite a few of them around, so I'm just going to continue mopping them up here. Oh, wrong button. And I can't pick that up because I have a full inventory. That's why I can't get it with the R key. Or because I have something in the crafting window. Maybe that's what it is. Something like that. So, with any luck, I can still pick it up. Nope, wrong one. That's the one. Nope. Oh, I don't... Ah, it's because that's not what I thought it was. That would be why I can't pick that up. Got it. Well, here, let's go ahead and just do that. That's fine. I'll stop cheesing then. Oh, totally missed you, buddy. Well, there's still a few guys over there, so they're clearly not part of this wandering crew. So otherwise, they would just keep wandering like those guys. So I suppose I can go ahead and take care of them and probably move on and do some mining, maybe plant some of these seeds I have in my inventory. You can see I have a bunch of corn seeds. Would like to go ahead and get that stuff going just so I can get crops growing sooner rather than later. It's going to be important as the days continue on. Not used to playing without anything respawning, never mind low loot. Then again, I don't really go back too much to places I've already been, so I guess that doesn't really matter. Just from a pseudo role-playing perspective, I don't do that, but still, it would be nice to go ahead and get the crops. Oh, look at that. A single shotgun shell. I'm just going to have to pass on it. But it would be nice to get some crops going. That way I can be a little more self-sufficient on food. Maybe not have to rely as much on hunting or that sort of thing. There you go, sir. Have a bolt to the head. Although I think for now, I probably won't go to the, what is it, cornbread route, just because I don't have enough jars to really make that work, because, you know, you're going to lose your water jars every time. So, there you go. That was the Day 7 Horde minus this hornet that's way in the distance, and that would be hilarious if that hit it, but alas, it did not. Yeah, I tried. So, I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode right here. That was pretty fun. I enjoyed that. I'm glad to see that my building held up pretty well here. I'm feeling pretty good about where I decided to hang out. Assuming I don't collapse the roof, I think this won't be too bad. And considering I don't normally take existing buildings and try to work with them, I'm quite pleased with this. So I will catch you on the next episode. So thanks for watching. See you later.